wife cheating again. So a little backstory first, my 45M wife, 42F, cheated during COVID. She had a coworker who was 19 years older than her. She confided in him all the issues with our relationship she wouldn't share with me, and then he filled in the spots and he became her escape. He was a widower, and pretty much retired. No responsibilities there, no kids, no expectations other than hanging out, her escape. I found out, she let me have access to her phone, I called her on it and I knew everything. She was honest with me, told me she didn't think it was possible to love two people at once and asked for time, which I gave her 3 months, and then I wrote him, and sat down to talk with him. Told him he'd won, and as I was leaving he made some comments about my past with her. That pissed her off so much she ended it with him and came home. It seemed like turning of a switch, which concerned me a bit. Fast forward 3 years, she told me in November that she doesn't love me anymore, that there isn't anyone else, that she just wants to leave me. She dropped this on me after I had lost my job of the last 6 years and was trying to find/start a new one. Then, I found her with another coworker, 2 times, this one 14 years younger than her. They were just in his truck talking and she told me they were just friends and hadn't done anything. She then told me, in February, that she is in love with him, but doesn't know how he feels. She claims this to this day. She is playing it differently this time, almost like she learned what to say and do during the first time, changed passwords, got another bank account, even though she already had one, just denies. Same thing, told him all our issues and he told her that he'd make them all better. She still, this many months later, is telling me that they haven't done anything more than hold hands, but I do know for an undeniable fact that this is a lie. Here is the problem, we have been married for almost 14 years, I have a stepdaughter, who I have been in her life for 17 years, we have 2 young kids together. I have been paying all the bills since we got the house, but since this has been going on she has stepped away from any other responsibilities. I straighten up, laundry, dishes, buy the food/snacks/essentials, help with homework, get the kids where they gotta go, all of it. Sometimes she cooks dinner a few times a week, and once in a while does a deep clean on a room, but that is about it. She goes out with him to places that we could all go, and when we do something as a family she is miserable and typically we leave early because she has a headache or some other excuse. It's really because she would rather be there with him and she is just miserable that they can't be together. She has told me that since her name is on the deed she isn't leaving, also she doesn't have enough money to afford her own place, neither do I because I pay all the bills here. She stays 2 to 3 hours extra at work daily now and even works overtime on Saturdays to spend time with him. When she's here she typically sits out back on her cell with him and ignores the family unless it's necessary. They don't talk on the phone, only texts. I can't afford to get an attorney because I am trapped paying all of the expenses for the house. I still love her and want this to work out. I feel like this is just a fantasy escape for her, and the fact that their relationship is primarily work and only text outside of that, only going out together a handful of times outside of work hours, it just doesn't seem legit to me. I suggested she needs to talk to someone and she told me she is mentally fine. Looking for a little guidance because I have been waiting for 10 months for the shine and excitement of this thing with him to go away, and for her to snap out of it. I can't live like this anymore, but we are kinda stuck here. I need to do something, but besides stopping paying the bills and losing the house, I don't know what to do, or really what options there are.